And today's video is going to be a how-to video, how to set up APRS on the BTech UV Pro. Now, to start with, if you haven't already connected it to your phone, we'll click the green button, the menu button. We'll scroll up one, go one more and go to pairing. We'll hit the green button one more time to turn it on. And in the BTech app, it will show up as a device, and you'll hit connect and it should auto connect. Okay, once you get into the app, you'll come over here and under my devices it should say pairing or connect. We'll just hit that, connect once, and it will be to this screen. There's just a few settings you need to change to ensure they're on and for your specific call sign and stuff. So we'll hit the settings button. We'll go over to here, second option down. Next from here, the user information, you'll put your call sign in, and this is for APRS beaconing. Next, it won't work if you don't have your call sign in here. We want to check all these boxes. Actually, it depends if you want APRS beaconing. Most people do with this radio. So we'll check all the boxes. And for data mode, it is usually off by default, and so you're gonna want to turn it on. Next, the channel. This is pretty important actually. The channel you select here is a specific digital channel. Next, if you don't have it set to channel 30 or whatever you're gonna have it set to, it actually really won't work. The next setting is kind of up to you. If you want smart beaconing on, turn it off. It's pretty easy. This is just the interval. I would recommend anywhere from a minute to like 4 minutes. It just depends how fast you're moving. If you're like hiking, you can just do every few minutes. But if you're driving, I would do a little faster. Next, this is what it will look like when you go to the APRS.fi website. This will be the information. It is reported. Next, you can put whatever, car, truck, you can put whatever here. Next, the format. This is pretty important because by default it's actually on BSS and it won't work. You need to switch it to APRS and it'll work. A couple of these settings you can leave default. Send on PTT release. That's up to you. It works either way. I would just keep it on. Path, keep this as default. The first three are fine. You want at least one of the first three. Next, this is where if you can't actually, next this setting to change your icon, you can't actually do this on the radio. You have to do it on the app is what I have found. Next, this is just all the different icons you can pick from, all like 1,000 of them. Next, whatever you want to pick, if you're a car, a boat, a hiker, you can come in here and pick it. Next, this is going to be the call sign too. This will be your call sign for the APRS beacon more specifically. So your call sign you put in, but you also need to put the SSID in. Next, because APRS has IDs. Next, for like me, this is my primary station. I just did a /1. But if this is like your mobile station, you can do a /2 or 3. If you have multiple stations, I only have one APRS beacon right now or station, and that's it for APRS. There's one more thing. You will need to add an APRS channel. Next, I just have a channel group called digital. Next, in here, I have one called APRS. Next, let me hold it. Next, that's how to add it. You just hold on the channel you want, it'll come in. Next, I just put title as APRS. You can put it whatever you want. The frequency will be 144.390 for the transmit and receive. No tones or anything. I have the power at the high. You can put on whatever. Bandwidth, I just put at 25K. And then everything else, leave default, just press save. And so this is a pretty important part. I don't know if maybe it's a bug or maybe I did something wrong, but if you have it on channel 30 or whatever channel, like channel 1, and you have it on group 1, channel 1, and you have it as a repeater also on like group 2, channel 1, for some reason it sends the APRS identification information. I don't know why. Next, maybe it's a bug or maybe I'm doing something wrong, but if I have it on channel 30 and just keep everything else in the groups off channel 30, it doesn't have that issue, just as a heads up. I'm going to show another app I like to use with APRS. It is called APRS.fi. Next, to use any of the other apps, you need to close the app. It can only be connected to one at a time. I use the APRS.fi app. What's nice about this is it gives you a map view of all the different beacons and the stations, the weather stations, everything you can see. In here also you can do messaging. Instead of trying to type it on the little keyboard, you can just do it on a bigger keyboard. To connect it up in here is actually as simple as just go to TNC modems, and it should actually just auto detect. For me, it just auto detected in here as a Bluetooth modem, and it just worked after I connected it up through the app. A few things I will say about this app: it is not free. It's like $4 a month to get all the features like messaging. Next, if you don't care about the messaging, don't worry, I don't pay for it. But another big thing I don't like about this app is you do need internet. The map doesn't work without internet connection. Next, that does defeat the purpose of APRS a little bit. The app I would recommend instead, unfortunately it doesn't work on iOS, is APRS Droid. It is a Android app. It is like this, but it is open source, and it works without internet. That's what I would recommend if you're on Android. It's also free. Next, that's about it to this video. You can do beaconing in here too. I wouldn't recommend it because, again, for some reason it needs an internet connection or it doesn't work. Defeats the whole purpose of APRS in my book. Next, yeah, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.